Hey friends, Kate Mosier here. Welcome to another edition of Slow-Mo Mondays. Today we're going to be on the floor doing some slow, gentle, loving movements for ourselves. So if you do have some yoga props, blocks, bolster, blanket, I'm going to pop over here, grab my other block, and we'll get started. So I've got a blanket under my knees for cushion support. I'm going to go and find myself in my tabletop position. I've got my toes tucked just for stability. I find tucking my toes can just really help me to feel stable. A couple options if you have sore wrists here. You can bring your hands up to fists. You can fold your mat so you get a little extra cushion. You can also make some more space by grabbing those blocks, bringing your hands up on the blocks. So whatever iteration that works for you, find it now, and we'll get started. So we'll start with some organic movements. I'm going to sway my hips side to side, circle them around, come forward and back, and forward and back. And then I'll come back to my tabletop, my flat back. I'm going to breathe here. And then when you're ready, begin to find your way into your cat-cow flow. Go slow with yourself so you can pay attention. Allow yourself the grace to notice, to be gentle without judgment, to just be here in this moment with this video. This is your time. You're allowed to take space for yourself. The next time I'm through center, I'm going to pause and find my way back to that flat back. And then upon my next exhale, I'm going to extend my right leg long. I'm coming up on those right toes. And I'm just going to go forward and back on my toes. Coming forward and back, forward and back. I'm going to pause here. You can stay right here. If you'd like some more sensation, you can inhale that left arm forward. If you'd like more sensation than that, you can lift that right leg up off the floor, making sure to keep the front of your hips facing the floor. If you'd like more than that, you can bend that right knee, flexing that, pushing that foot up towards the ceiling. If you'd like even more, or to add a dynamic movement, you can bring elbow to knee and extend, elbow to knee and extend. Wherever you are, come back to that tabletop. Pause for a moment. Notice if you're building any heat. Maybe you want to wiggle your hips side to side. And then extend that left leg long. Coming up on those toes and coming forward and back. You can stay right here. You can add that right arm extension forward. You can lift, keeping that hip facing the floor. You can bend that knee. You can find your dynamic flow. Here we go. And then come back down. Wiggle your booty. Find a couple of cat-cows. Ooh, I'm building heat today. All right, come back to a flat back. This time we're going to move into a low lunge. So with your blocks in your hands, bring them up to the highest level. Move that left block over to meet the right, pressing into those blocks as you sweep your left foot forward. Your left knee is bent, your hands are on the blocks. Take a minute lifting up your right knee, scooching it back so that your right leg is now at an angle, your thigh. Bringing that left hand and block back over to the left to frame out that left foot, keeping your hands on your blocks if you like. You can also bring your hands up to your thigh, pausing here, hips, pausing here, or sky. Whatever version of this low lunge that you would like to find today is just right. I'm going to add some dynamic movement here once again. On my exhale, I'm going to turn my palms forward and let my palms come down to the ground. On my inhale, I'm going to sweep my arms back up. I'm going to go at the pace of my own breath. Pressing into your left foot, your right toes, engaging your booty and your core so that you're strong, stable. And then the next time my hands are back down at my sides, I'm going to bring my hands back to my blocks, pick up that left block, move it over to the right, sweep my left knee back down to meet my right, shift my blocks over to the left, sweep my right knee up this time, shift my left thigh back, coming up on those left toes, framing my foot out once again with my blocks, coming up on my hands like little tents. You can stay right here. You can come up to your thigh, hands on your hips, or sweep your arms up in the air. You decide what version you want to do today. You can find stillness, or you can add that dynamic breathing flow once again. You decide. This is your body. This is your time. This is your practice. And the only way, I believe, to really find consistency and connection to your yoga practice is to make it your own. Next time your hands are down, bring them back to the blocks. We're going to bring that right block over to the left, pressing in, sweeping your knee back. And this time I'm going to kickstand my right foot out behind me. I'm going to let my left foot grow long at my side. I'm going to move my right block over. I'm not going to use my block that's in my left hand now. And then I'm going to bring my hand up to my hip, finding this variation of a side plank. You can stay right here. You can lower your block if you like, just making sure that you're not collapsing into that side. There's extension as you come down, but I like to stay on that top level of the block. From here, you can sweep your arm up to the sky. It can stay long above your shoulder. Palm can turn and your arm can come over your head. Pressing into that left foot, breathing and staying in stillness, or finding some dynamic movement once again. Sweeping that arm down the front, circling back up and coming back down. Whatever suits you. Try it out. Don't try it out. You are allowed to choose. And then come back up to stillness for a moment. Just pausing here. Perhaps bringing the corners of your mouth up to your cheeks. And then slowly let it all go. Sweeping that left arm back down, finding that block, turning that left knee back to meet your right knee. And then we're going to do the same on the other side. So kickstanding my left knee back, extending my right leg long, placing my hand on a block, lifting my hand up to the sky. You can pause right here. You can find that dynamic movement. You decide. Stay here for another moment and then let it all go. Bringing your right knee over to meet your left. You can stay up on your knees if you like. You can tuck your toes under and sit back on your heels. Find your natural rhythm of breath once again. Bringing your hands up to heart center. Talking your chin to your chest. Sending yourself some gratitude, some love, some kindness and patience. Thanks for joining me today, y'all. It's another version of Slow Mo Mondays. Glad to have you here. If you have questions or comments, I'd love to hear from you. And if you're interested and want to learn more about my offerings, I've got lots of classes going on my website, live classes, so you can learn with me in real time. And I'd love to have you join me. So hope to see you soon. Thanks.